face to face every day with my contender. I wanna do what's right, but my flesh keep it kindling. I beg it, it's different, flesh fight in my spirit. I seen this, the outcome is wicked. I got old love knocking at my door. She like, can you make room one more? Ain't trying to be around all that, I'm trying to ground all that. I'm trying to get back to the way this took and found all that. Time to turn back to the mission. Time to take back what is missing. Checking my bags, I be a minute. Through all the pain and the affliction, I know it's just a war inside. It's just a war inside. Trying to control my mind, but I hold the line. I gotta hold the line. Stay strong and endure. Don't look back. Don't look back. Live the new and live. Just fight back. Fight back and win. I'm on it. Lately I've been staying out the way. Cause I don't want that bad sneaking up on me today. And I don't waste my time on what people, what they think. I focus on what's mine, doesn't matter what they say. Hey, I learned that love from my brother, not to make friends with the devil. If I offend them, vice versa, we gon' bounce back like some rubber. Watch out now, nah. No fiction, straight facts, let the heathen react. This is the patient of the saint, cause it's a war inside. Yes, it's a war inside. And I ain't trying to die, I gotta hold the line, I gotta keep my mind, I gotta hold it down all at the same damn time. War inside, it's just a war inside. Trying to control my mind, but I hold the line. I gotta hold the line. Stay strong and endure. Don't look back, don't look back. Live the new and live, just fight back and win. Created to be upright. I ain't something that they don't like. Give me a minute if you don't mind. Understanding it is no price. Worldly lust is what we don't need, but they can tell you what's contrary. You the greatest, but they won't say. So raise your glass as a do say. I'm created to be upright. I'm created to be upright. I'm created to be upright.
Got bars, but he always making slow music, man. Wanna pray to his music, meditate. You can't get hyped, man. Sometimes I wanna get hyped for the Lord. Come on, man.
Blood on the post, 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 keeping them close. Man, we got Frenches and Zeeks on the clothes. Me and my brothers ain't sleeping, we reading the secrets. The deepest you been is the ocean. Now we been swimming in waters that's deeper than rivers to Jordan. We creeping up on them. It's the 14th of the month. Bone Thugs one day late for the show. Oh. Ain't never been out, ever since Redder Pen Pals. You too late, you let them in now. We like veterans, niggas, that's power. These secrets only come through steady, no regrets. We walk through water like Jesus. We raising the dead, you see this. Look at this evening pose. Blood on the post, 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 blood on the post.
We hold in post, chopping up doctrines that ain't coming close. They had us to strike like I'm Warner Franco. We're a toast. Wisdom is better than silver and gold. This water is knocking down wicked Pharaoh. Can't swim through the sea, man, that fan was too slow. Pharaoh was sober minded, think he can night, Vincent Van Gogh. Lifting good unchained like Quincy Django. Strippers down in the hood, now they wanna tango. Death angels coming close, so watch your back, bro. Watch your back, bro. We gonna that lamb, we gon' eat that. That better bitter herb, we gon' eat that. Doing this till you how I come and see that. We that. Oh.
Blood on the post. 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 Blood on the post.
All right, yo, shalom again. Hey, Salakia for all of the. Shalom again. Hey, we got an echo again. Is it echoing?
No, that was me.
Oh, okay, Con.
Yeah,
I was about to say, man, I thought we had this thing fixed. All right, so hey, Salakia Israel for the technical difficulties. I do apologize for all that, and do apologize for starting late. So because we are starting late, we just go ahead and bail into it without further ado. We already gave the shout outs. Somebody got like some static happening, but we do apologize again for the delay. Now I do know that it's late there on the East Coast, so we go ahead and jump into this thing. Oh, but beforehand, I do got to get the donkey, the ass of the week. The ass of the week. The ass of the week is Donald Duck. Oh, my bad. I meant Donald Trump. All right, that is the ass of the week. All right, Mr. Donald Trump. Okay, why is Donald Trump the ass of the week? Well, because this fool is still trying to go for the presidency, and he got all kind of indictments going up against him. In fact, they just told this fool. In fact, I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm just want to share the news clip where the judge is basically, saying that he gotta turn himself in. He gotta run it, man. So Donald Trump, today, I just want you to know that you are getting our ass of the week award.
Donkey!
All right. That award goes out to Mr. Donald Trump. So in fact, we need to give Mr. Trump some applause, man, for being the donkey of the week, the ass of the week. Hey, we got some applause. Can we get some applause, man, going on for Mr. Donald Trump? Just because of he's the epitome of this nation. He is the epitome of this nation and everything that's wrong with this nation, with this country. There we go. Right. Give it up for Mr. Donald J. That's his middle name, right? J. Donald J. Trump, something like that. But anyway, so I'm just going to show a couple of these clips here real quick, you know, of the judge going in on him.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Russ Spencer.
I'm Christine Spiro. The sweeping 97-page, 41-count indictment charges former President Donald Trump and 18 of his allies of conspiring to steal Georgia's 2020 presidential election. They have until a week from Friday to turn themselves in.
And tonight we're learning more about what that process will look like. The Fulton County Sheriff's Office says all defendants will be booked into the Rice Street Jail. Sheriff Pat Labatt has previously said that
they go get booked into the prison. They go get booked into the jail. So you got the former president of the United States. The former president of the United States is going to be booked into jail. Right? Oh, and I think that we are going to try to get that good time clip played again for y'all real quick too, because the first time it didn't have no sound. But the former president of the United States, man, and he's not the only president that's ever been, you know, impeached or ever has had, you know, legal issues. But what does that say about this nation? That you got, in fact, when during the last election, over half of the country voted for this man. Over half of the country voted for this criminal, for this racist. They want this dude to be their president. It's still millions of people who still today would vote for this man and have him lead the country. And the dude is a liar. He's a thief. You know, they love to throw around that word misogynist. The dude is, I mean, he's really a misogynist, right? But they want to put this man into office. And then we wonder why we're the laughing stock of all these other, you know, I got that bad habit. I always say we when it's not a we, it's a them. They wonder why they're the laughing stock from all these other nations. Because one, the president now is incompetent. The dude can't even talk or give a broadcast without forgetting what he's saying, stumbling on his words. The dude is a clown. And then if y'all, who's seen in the news where his daughter, they found his daughter's diary or something that said that basically he was molesting her. So it's always some kind of scandal. The only president that really didn't have a scandal was Barack Obama, Barack Hussein Obama. And he's not one of us. But he's the only one that really didn't have a scandal. All these other dudes, man, Bill Clinton, who I don't know who was kicking it when Bill Clinton was in office, but y'all remember Monica Lewinsky? You know what Bill say? Bill said, I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Right? But it's always some kind of scandal. Anyhow, let me finish playing this.
those defendants will be treated like any other detainee and have a mugshot.
So the former president of the United States, in fact, the current president of the the former president of the United States, and one that's running for office right now, is going to have a mugshot. The dude is literally running for the presidential office of the United States right now, and he's going to be arrested and have a mugshot. Y'all brothers got anything to say on that?
All praises.
All praises.
I got something I seen.
Boaz, hold on. You sounding like Optimus Prime over there.
Yeah.
Real.
Yep.
Hey, we having all kind of issues with the sound today, man. I don't know what is going on. All right. I'm gonna play one more and then we're gonna get into it. So we're gonna be talking about that brawl also, right?
Is that me?
I don't know. I just heard an echo again. Am I echoing? No, we good. All right, cool. All right, so real quick in the chat, and I know everybody done probably seen it. Sorry, man. All these technical difficulties got me kind of discombobulated up here right now, but nevertheless, we're gonna keep on rocking. But I know probably everybody in the chat done heard about the Montgomery, Alabama brawl. Real quick, if y'all ain't heard about the Montgomery, Alabama brawl, put a 1 in the chat. All right, but if you heard about it, put a 7 in the chat.
Adawan, I think the world heard about it.
Right? Everybody's heard about that, man. And if you haven't heard about it, it's because you've been living underneath a rock or something. You know, everybody's been chiming in about it.
Hey, boys, meet up.
All right, Con. All right, cool. So yeah, everybody's been, you know, chirping in about it, you know, talking about what's been going on. They'd have made some arrests regarding that brawl that's took place down there in Alabama, right? But now, out of all of the posts and everything that's been, you know, popping up and coming up and the different memes and everything, there's some factual things that, you know, really stood out to me that I wanted to, you know, go over tonight. And so the first thing is, who knows what the name of the boat was? Right? It's a couple different facts that really stand out, you know, and people, you know, we've been joking about it, but at the end of the day, everything that's going on, you know, we got to look at it through a spiritual lens. We got to look at it through a spiritual eye, right? Hey, there it is right there. The Harriet Tubman, right? So that boat was called the Harriet Tubman. And of course, we know who Harriet Tubman was. She was given the name, they called her the Black Moses because she was leading the so-called blacks from the south up to the north to get them freedom. All right, so this boat was called the Harriet Tubman. Now, another thing that's really stood out is the place where this happened at, right? So this brawl took place in Montgomery, Alabama. Now, Montgomery, Alabama is the birthplace of the civil rights movement. So you got a boat that's called the Harriet Tubman, and then you got the place where it happens is the birthplace of the civil rights movement. Now, when we look at that brawl in itself, and we look at that boat, the Harriet Tubman. In fact, there was an article that I did want to bring up, because also the place where it happened at, that was a place to where where slaves would come in. All right, so it's a lot of irony in what just happened, what just took place. Let me share this. Is it? I don't think I'm gonna be able to bring it up. But does anybody know anything about that boat? About that ship, the Harriet Tubman? All right, I'm just gonna read this because I don't think it's gonna allow me to share it. All right, it says, The Harriet ship has a long-standing history, as it was first launched in Liverpool in 1786, initially sailing between Liverpool and Barbados. The ship was later captured by a French ship, but the British Navy was quick to recapture it. The Harriet was a slave ship back in the 1700s. From 1789 to 1805, it carried thousands of slaves to Barbados and then back to Liverpool. However, post this, it was owned by Barton and Company and also cruised between Liverpool and Africa. It now serves as a relaxing cruise and is one of Montgomery's tourist attractions, which offers visitors dinner, dancing, live entertainment, and more. How crazy is that? That a ship that was used to transport so-called blacks, this same ship is now the talk where so-called blacks stood up and started beating the hell out of our oppressors. I mean, it's so much irony here. You know, and like I said, when I first seen it, because I didn't know anything about this ship or, you know, the Harriet, you know, they call it the Harriet 2. I didn't know anything about this. But they've got a actual ship that was used to transport slaves now as a tourist attraction. Where, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead and finish on one, but I was going to add on to that with something.
Oh, go ahead. Add what you got.
So I don't know if anybody else has seen this or you have, but I seen that the shacks that our people had to live in, they renovated them and made them Airbnb rooms or Airbnb homes to stay in.
Wow.
Like places that are in the South. You know what I'm saying? They renovated these shacks that we used to live in, and you know, now they on Airbnb.
That's crazy. That's really crazy. I did not know that. And you know, was you know, I've always wanted to go down south and go by some of these places. Like I wanted to visit New Orleans. And I just wanted to go by some of these, you know, plantations that they used to have our people on. You know, it's crazy because we know that we regenerate. And I've told people close to me that whenever I go back to Atlanta, I get this funny feeling. It's a feeling I can't really explain it. I just get this feeling every time I'm back in Atlanta. And I've been to other places in the South, been to Texas, been to Florida. You know, I ain't been to North Carolina or South Carolina yet, but you know, I've been to a couple different states down south, and none of them I've never gotten that feeling like I get in Atlanta when I'm there in Atlanta. And you know, I don't know what it would do to me to see these things. I would feel some type of way just knowing that I'm on the ship that transported my ancestors. I would feel some type of way that, hey, y'all done turned a ship that used to transport my ancestors into a tourist attraction where y'all are having dinners, and you know, that don't jive well with me. I don't see nothing cool about that. Hey, Captain Yonton said I get it in South Carolina for sure. Yeah, it's just, man, it's weird. But let me share this real quick. And it always irritates me when people say, oh, like, you know, slavery, how it happened such a long time ago, and you know, you guys just need to get over it. You need to get past it. or they'll say we didn't put none of your people in slavery, or I didn't own no slaves. That's the narrative that they always want to push, but we're not that far removed from slavery. From Montgomery, Alabama, the birth of the civil rights, which happened when was the civil rights movement going on? My parents was alive when the civil rights was happening. My parents was growing up during these time periods. So it's not when Edomites come with that same old song talking about just get over it. It was a long time ago. No, it really wasn't that long of a time ago. Right? But this is the port right here. Right? So this is downtown Montgomery, Alabama. This is the slave import site. If y'all can see my mouse, it's right there. All right, and this is where everything went down at. So, aside from all the memes and the laughing and the joking, and we talking about, the brothers, they picked up the chair, and even the chair, when I found out that it was a so-called black man that invented the folding chair, all of these things, it's like, man, god damn. Y'all can't see that the Most High is doing something right now, and that it's really time. Hey, brothers gotta, start really choosing their sides and start separating from these other nations and stop trying to be liked and go along and get along with these other nations, because there is going to come a race war. There is going to be, in fact, let me get it. Matthew 24. Give me Matthew 24, and we go start to go into it. All right.
What verse?
Start at verse 6.
All right. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass.
Right, he said that you're going to hear of Salakia. He said that you're going to hear of wars and rumors of wars. Now, we already know that we've had the wars, we've had the rumors of wars. We done had two great wars, right? What wars were those? That was World War I, right? We had World War II. Hey, the first woe, the second woe. We got the third woe coming up. But he said that you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. All we hear about nowadays is rumors of wars. All we hear about nowadays is how, China and Russia are getting together, and how this balloon, they shot down a balloon over Nebraska, one of them Midwestern states. They shot down the balloon and said it was like a Chinese spy balloon. And then you got Russian subs that's getting close to U.S. waters. And they talking about they got to chase the subs away. And then you got Ukraine and Russia going at it, which I could really care less. But y'all notice how much money the United States done dumped over there to give to Ukraine. But then when it comes to talking about and dealing with our reparations, we don't hear nothing about that. It's always a fight. It's a backlash. Y'all can give billions of dollars. In fact, Tupac said it best. He said, man, y'all got money for wars, but can't feed the poor. Right? Y'all can spend billions of dollars to give to these other nations for their aid, but can't take care of the starving children that's over here in the United States of America. It's a problem in making sure that there's housing, homes for people, to give mental help, because mental illness, man, I can drive through Oakland, I can drive through the town, I can drive through San Francisco, I can drive through Richmond, I can drive through Vallejo, and I can just see the multitudes of the homeless people out there that's mentally ill, people that's homeless because they're mentally ill, right? But This nation is not trying to help them. They're not putting billions of dollars into programs that can help these people. Hey, that's why it's got to be these wars. That's why it's got to be these race wars where our people start coming together and we take care of our own. We fight for our own, right? But read that one more time for me. And if you had something, you got a precept?
Well, I do.
Let's get it.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass.
Right.
But the
all these
end
things
is
have
not
to
yet.
come to pass, right? Salakia. All these things have to come to pass, but the end is not yet. And it's like when I was in the Christian church, and the Christian church always, had this good kumbaya like vibe to it. The Christian church never talked about things like this. The Christian church always sidestepped these type of conversations or these type of sermons or these type of preachings where it dealt with what the end is going to be like, what to expect. The Christian church is not preparing people, or the Christian church is not preparing its members, its congregation for what's going to be coming. Right? They thinking that they just going to get up out of here in a rapture. And that's not what the Bible actually says at all. In fact, the Bible says through much tribulation, right, we enter into the kingdom. So what makes you think that you're not going to go through any kind of tribulation, that you're not going to go through any type of struggle, that you're not going to maybe possibly lose your life? You might have to lay down your life. You might have to watch someone you love get put down and get laid down, right? He said all these things are going to come to pass, but the end is not yet. Hey, boys, what was your precept, King?
It was the book of Lamentations, because how you was talking about
You're in the Matrix.
King, is it still sounding bad?
Yeah, kind.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right. Brother sound like he got one of them things in his throat.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right, but go ahead. Read that next verse.
Let me get back to it. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence.
All right, Salakia, hold it right there. It said, for nation shall rise against nation. And then it says, in kingdom against kingdom. All right. So, Knock, if you could, I want to get in the blue letter nation. Right. What is this talking about? So, see, this is not talking about, the United States and China. Although we see that when it says kingdom. Right. But it says nation shall rise against nation, or Salakia, Yahweh Shai says, nation shall rise against nation. And while we wait for that in the blue letter, what was your precept, boys?
Do I sound good?
Yeah, you better know.
Okay. It was in the book of Lamentations, Lamentations 4:17. It says, as for us, our eyes as yet fail for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. Because we be looking to these other nations like they gonna do something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We look to the nation that has destroyed us and bring us down like they gonna do something for us. Like at the most that they did was the BLM, the Black Lives Matter, and when they were being, of course, Esau, destruction of property and stuff like that, we was being attacked for it.
Right.
So what I yield.
Right. And that whole, man, that BLM, that thing was a joke. Yes. That thing was a joke. You know what's always funny is in all of our movements, it's always like that little handful of the other nations. They want to come along and they want to be along. Oh yeah, I love black people. You always got that one white person, that's I love black people, and it's so wrong what they've done to you.
Salakia.
Yeah, come on.
And to lend me out Boaz's point, as far as looking for them for help, if we knew the Bible and we knew I'm going to read Psalm 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. If we knew this and we knew Sirach 12:10, like we would congregate with ourselves. We'll worry about ourselves. We'll look out for each other. You know what I'm saying? I yield on that.
Well, so we got to read it now because we might have somebody that's never heard Sirach 12:10. Don't even know what that says. So we got to read it. And this would, if our people actually knew this and actually read the Bible and really applied the teachings of the Bible, we would be, man, we wouldn't be in the position that we in right now.
Be in a different position.
Right.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
Right. Never trust our enemy. And that goes, that just like you said, that goes to Boaz's point. We're looking for a nation, and they're not going to help us. We got to stop looking to these other nations as they're going to be our saviors. They're going to be, the end all be all. We got to stop looking to these other nations for their reparations and if we get this check, we're gonna be good. No, we're not gonna be good.
Let me read that next verse.
Come on.
Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away. So if they come to you, what my people did to your people, I don't like that, and I'm down with you, and being crafty.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, speaking smooth words, you still don't trust them,
right?
Because in the end, the wickedness gonna come out,
right?
Salakia. Hey, just in Adawan, I was going to share this when you were sharing about Donald Trump. I don't know how factual this is, but it's something circulating around social media where it says Joe Biden announces cotton picking jobs, $300 an hour.
300.
I got it. Yeah.
He said 300.
Oh, that got to be satire.
It got to be, because I'm like,
yeah, $300 an hour. Well, hell, y'all need it in California. Shit.
Give me a second. I know over the years we've been having a problem with with the cotton picking and stuff, and we don't really take this too kindly, but I ain't gonna lie. $300 an hour? I ain't gonna lie, this better than his job. I ain't gonna lie, boy. Sign me up. I want to say it, but sign me up. Sign me all the way up. Matter of fact, is it on Snag a Job? Is it on what do I sign up? I don't even feel right saying it. Sign me up. Woo. $300 an hour.
Yeah, man. Hey, that's real. Shoot, for $300, I'm putting on some gloves. I'm gonna be out there right along too.
Yo,
shoot, for $300 an hour.
That's why Jakob said I'm signing up.
Come on, shoot, man. I said, wade in the water. Wade in the water.
Oh man. Come
Y'all
on,
crazy.
man.
Hey, for real though, I'm gonna be right out there singing that, man, picking my cotton. Hey, but you know what? In all seriousness, though, you know they got a what penitentiary is that in Louisiana? Is it Angola?
Yeah, that's the like the most famous one.
I think it is, but they actually have the prisoners pick cotton.
It's one in Texas too.
That they pick cotton at?
Yeah,
that's crazy. Hey, so you can't get around the fact that we are still in slavery, man.
Facts.
They literally still got our people picking cotton, but y'all think that we free. Y'all think that it's all good. We in the greatest nation on earth, man. This nation is going to this nation is going to get destroyed, man.
Facts.
And it's the time is speeding up. It's going by faster and faster. It's already August. It seemed like this year just started. I'm like, God damn, I'm about to be, I ain't finna tell y'all my age, but it seemed like I just turned the age that I am. And now I was like, man, I'm getting old. Man, I got gray hairs popping out of my beard. Dang. But it's like, man, our people are still in slavery. And so the whole point is, you know, what we was reading, nation shall rise against nation. In fact, now can you bring that blue letter back up for me, Baba Kashar? Nation is going to rise up against nation. And that word nation, right, is the Greek 1484, right? The Greek word 1484. All right, let's see what that word actually means.
Ethnos.
Right? Now, can you hit on that? Let's bring up the definition. Knock, you there? All right, Khan, the water. All right, so that Greek word is ethnos. All right, and Adawan, we know you got them gray hairs. All right, that Greek word is ethnos, right? And so what does that word mean? So it's been translated into nation. And this is the problem when we get into the New Testament and you know, they want to start talking about Gentiles, and we get into the discussion about who the Gentiles are and what does Gentile mean. So this word ethnos, which is also the same word that's used for Gentiles, go figure, right? But here they translated it as nation. And what does it mean? It means a tribe, a nation, or a people group, right? So it's not talking about like the United States going against China. This is not what it's saying when nation shall rise against nation. It's talking about a people group. So you're going to have Edomites, and then you're going to have Israelites, and those two groups are going to be going up against each other. Okay, so in fact, let's get that Matthew 7 again real quick.
You said Matthew 7?
Oh, Salakia 24.
Oh, 24 and 7?
Yeah, Khan.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation.
Right.
And
So,
kingdom.
Salakia, so one people group shall rise against another people group. What did we see here in Alabama? You saw one people group rising against another people group. You had the brother who thought he was doing in the 100-yard swim, and that boy was in that water, man, getting that. I don't even know what that stroke is called, but he was over there.
Aquaman.
Aquaman. Right? He was over there to help his people. Right? Because what did we see? And it's about time out, man, watching that, even though, looking at it, we still know that these are all people that's still in the world. It's not like, these were Israelites or anything like that. But it made me happy to see it, that our people didn't just stand around with their phones recording and watching something happen and start putting feet and fist on these other nations. But this is just the beginning. This is just the start of it. See, these things have been building up. And so now you got a people that's been oppressed for 400 years. We've been oppressed for 400 years. We got 400 years of PTSD built up. When I was younger, we had that saying, man, I wish a nigga would. God. Going to the club, man, I wish a nigga would tonight. I'm waiting till we just get that mentality as a people for these other nations. Right? When are we going to really get to that point and really to the point to where we stop letting even the law thinking that they go be able to do whatever they want to do to us? But finish that off.
And kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquake in divers places.
Right. So this is just Yahushua. He's talking about the end, right? He's talking about what is all going to be going on. Now, I wanted to go to Isaiah 13. And the reason why I wanted to go to Isaiah 13 is because Yahushua said that it's going to be nation against nation. And we get a prophecy in the book of Isaiah telling us what we are supposed to do. We are supposed to separate from these other nations. Right? Let's get the book of Isaiah, chapter 13. In fact, one of you grab Isaiah 13, and then let me get Job 11 and 16. And Boaz, I think you done went back into the matrix again too.
Yeah. It's like after 10 minutes, you go back in the matrix. Right. I got Isaiah 13 and what?
All right, Con. Go ahead and give me Isaiah. Read that Isaiah 13 and start at verse 1.
It's the book of Isaiah chapter 13 from the top. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountains. Exalt the voice unto them. Shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles.
All right, so now Isaiah is being given a prophecy, right? So, boys, you got that Job?
Con, you said Job what?
Job 11 and 16.
Con, it's the book of Job, chapter 11 and verse 16. Because thou shalt forget thy misery and remember it as waters that pass away.
Like it. You and Job?
Con, you said 11 and 16?
Yeah, Con. That's Job 11 and 16. I might have called the wrong precept. Salakia. My fault. I might have called the wrong precept. I want that though. That is double meaning. Let me see real quick. I thought it was 11 and 16. While I get that, I want someone to tell me in the chat who who came and defeated the Babylonians. All right, in the chat, who came and defeated the Babylonians? See who's out there studying.
Is it verse 6?
I didn't even go back there yet.
What
What
got it?
What's 6 say?
Mm.
Yasha got it. The Medes and Persians. That's right. Khan. All right. So 11-6. Read 6.
It talks about, it says, and that he would shew thee the secrets of wisdom.
Yeah, Khan, that's what I want.
Okay.
That's what I want.
God, it's book of Job, chapter 11.
The water Kazai.
Okay.
All right, read that.
This book of Job, chapter 11 and verse 6. And that he would shew thee the secrets of wisdom, that they are double to that which is.
Right. So he said that the secrets of wisdom, that they are double, right, to what is. So when we look at Isaiah chapter 13, all right, and we know that the prophecy is about Babylon, and it's about how Babylon was going to fall to the Persians, right? How Babylon was going to fall. But now this also is talking about Mystery Babylon as well too, right? And it's talking about how Mystery Babylon is going to fall as well. Okay, now go to verse number 6.
You talking about me?
Yeah, Khan and Isaiah.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 13 and 6. How ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
Right. It said, how ye that the day of the Lord is at hand. Right. So now the day of the Lord, we get references to the day of the Lord. It's not that many. I think it's maybe about 13 times. It may be more than that. I'm just shooting from the hip right now. But when we talk about the day of the Lord, what are we talking about? Ultimately, what's the day of the Lord?
Come back.
All right, the day of the Lord is when Yahweh Shai returns. Right? The day of the Lord, that's the day of vengeance. So it says, how ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. So we know that, again, this prophecy was prophesying about the fall of Babylon then, right? But when we're thinking about the day of the Lord, right, we're looking at how Yahweh Shai is going to come back, and it's going to be that vengeance, right? Where it says that he will return, I'm paraphrasing, on chariots of flame of fire and render his vengeance, right? That's the day of the Lord, right? Even in the Gospels, we see in the Gospel the day of his vengeance, right? That's the day of the Lord. All right, read on.
Verse 7. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. And they shall be afraid, pains and sorrow shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames.
Right. So it says, hey man, there's going to be in pains as a woman that travaileth. So now, like, we see this same language, right? Used. This same language is used when it's talking about the end times, when we see in Revelation, when we see about Israel being in travail, right? All of this language is talking or prophesying the end. Okay, now jump down to verse 11.
Verse 11. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease.
All right, so
And
hold up right there. So I wanted to deal with that real quick. So now Babylon, right? The Most High said he was going to punish Babylon for their pride. Now, it was when I was reading this and I was looking at, well, number one, what does the Most High hate?
pride.
The Most High hates pride. So when we look at the destruction of Babylon, the Most High said he was going to punish the world for their evil. He said, and the wicked for their iniquity. Now, the world here, again, if it's talking about Babylon, so this is how we know that the world don't mean the whole entire world. I mean, it's multiple scriptures that we can go through to show that, it's different worlds, right? But this is just another one to show that that world that he was speaking of here was dealing with Babylon, right? He said, I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. But now that's twofold, because he's going to punish all these other nations as well too, right? When Yahushua comes back, all these other nations are going to get punished. All these other nations are going to get that judgment. They're going to get a judgment. It's no getting around it. He said, I'm going to punish them for their wicked and for their iniquity. He said, I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. Now, I was looking at this video. We're dealing with Trump. Trump is an arrogant son of a... That dude is really arrogant. The United States is really arrogant, right? That's how you know that this place is Mystery Babylon, because of the pride that this country has. This country feels like can't nobody touch it. This country feels like it's unstoppable. This country feels like it's unbeatable. This country feels like it has the best military. And it's going to be a beautiful day when this country get what it deserves. Right? When this country finally gets hit with them missiles, because they've been bullying everybody. They're going to every other nation thinking like they can't be touched. They go into every other nation and say, hey, you got to comply to what we say, or we go smack you down, or we go put sanctions on you, or you're not going to be able to trade. So this country, this nation is a proud nation. Esau is a proud, they're too proud. Right? Read verse 12.
Verse 12. And I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir.
Right? So now I want y'all to think about something. So when this time comes, because of the destruction and everything that's going to be going on, it's saying that a man is going to be more precious than gold. Read verse 13.
Verse 13. Therefore, I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts.
So real quick, when he say, I will shake the heavens, what is that saying? When he's saying that I will shake the heavens, right? In the chat, though, if you got a precept, man, you can throw a precept up. But what is he saying when he will shake the heavens? And if brothers got any precepts, of course, man, bring it out. Bring it out. All right, in the chat. Come on, we're going to wait for 10 more seconds, and then I'm just going to say it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Change of rulership. All praise to the Most High. Right? change of rulership. He's going to shake the heavens, right? The heavens, right, would be the kingdoms, right? It is going to be a change in that rulership. He's going to shake the heavens. Is the actual heaven, is the sky's going to shake? No, that's not what that's talking about. There's going to be a change in rulership, right? Read on.
And in that day of his fierce anger, and it shall be as the chase roe, and as a sheep that no man take it up. They shall every man turn to his own people and flee, every one into his own land.
It said, then shall every man turn to his own people. Right? So we got right now, our people, they want to, lock arms with all these other nations. But in that day, what does it say? Every man is going to turn to his own people. He's going to turn to his own nation. Read on.
Every one that is found shall be thrust through, and every one that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
Right? So everyone that's with these other nations, everyone, and so this right here is talking about Babylon, right? So now if we're dealing with mystery Babylon, and we're talking about mystery Babylon in the day of the Lord, the day of the Most High, who would we be, really dealing with right here? So it said that everyone that is found alive shall be run through, right? Now, I want y'all to think about something that, it was a saying when I was growing up. They would say like birds of a feather. I don't know if they still say that saying or not, but like birds of a feather, that they flock together or whatnot. But it's dangerous being in the wrong company. You got to watch who you hanging with. You got to watch who you around, who you dealing with. Real quick story. So this was way back when. I was with a partner of mine. I knew him, but I ain't really know him. And we was going out to the club. And while we going out to the club, a car rolled up on us. And the dude was from Richmond. He had beef with some cats. If y'all familiar with the Bay Area, there's a city called Pittsburgh, and anyway, those two cities, they kind of like lightweight be beefing. But anyhow, so dudes roll up. I'm walking with the dude, don't really know him. I know him, but I don't really know him. But now if them cats rolled up and just decide to, we see this nigga, we finna air it out. Just because now I'm walking with him, I'm finna catch some too. So it's like you gotta watch the company that you with. So when we were reading right here, it said that everyone that is found with them shall be thrust through. Every nation is going to cleave onto their own nation. Because that time is coming when nation is going to rise up against nation. We're seeing like little glimpses of it now with this whole Alabama Montgomery thing. We're catching little glimpses of it, but it's going to get worse. It's going to continue to get worse as the love keeps waxing cold. It's going to get worse. Fightings are going to get worse. Shootings are going to get worse. It's not going to get better. I heard someone talking about, I got faith in humanity. You're stupid. Humanity has already proven on multiple occasions that if left alone, humanity is going to destroy itself. We need the Most High. We need the Most High. We need the Most High to get us up out of this. We need the Most High to deliver us. We need the Most High to send Yahushua to get us. All right? No, race wars is prophesied in the scripture. And so when they say like, oh, it's going to get better, and they call themselves believers or Christians, then you have to ask them, what Bible are you reading? Because my Bible doesn't say that. Boaz, you was going to say something?
Nah, I was just agreeing. I said facts.
Oh, Con. Right? It's like, what Bible is you reading, man? And so in verse 13, Salakia, in chapter 13, right, it said that verse 15, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. It says their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, their wives ravished. Where else do we see about children being dashed to pieces? Right? This Bible goes hand in hand. And this is why you have to go by the precepts in order to get the understanding. This is future prophecy, talking about their kids being dashed to pieces. They're gonna see their kids dashed to pieces. All right, give me the book of Psalms.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 137. You want to start at verse what?
Start at 5.
Start at verse 5. If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her cunning.
Right. Hey, the Most High is not going to forget us. Right. The Most High is not going to forget what these other nations have done to us. The Most High is not going to forget what the Edomites have done to us. They have to get back everything in blood. Read on.
Verse 6. If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. If I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed.
Say, O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed. Right? This is Mystery Babylon. This is, we're not talking about, in fact, we are talking about a physical location, right? But we're talking about Mystery Babylon, where we're at today, where our people is at. You know, the church will teach you, oh, Mystery Babylon is this, is that. No, Mystery Babylon is right here. Our feet are on the soil. Our blood is in the soil. Read on.
Happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones.
Yo, that's the same thing that we just read in Isaiah. Right? Happy shall he be that dash thy little ones into the stones. Happy shall he be that rewards y'all as y'all have rewarded us. We're over here still today. We was just talking about it earlier. We're still in slavery. Our people are still in slavery. You know, oppression makes a wise man mad. When you think about how our people are still being subjugated to this day, we're still being hunted. We're still being lynched. We're still in slavery, still picking cotton. They're having field trips. Or what was that school that had the little black kids picking cotton?
You know, I know what you're talking about. I don't remember where it was, but I know what you're talking about, though.
Man, it's madness. But we're supposed to forget all these things. No, we're not going to forget these things. The sellouts and the coons, yeah, they're going to be the ones that, oh no, that was a long time ago. But those are going to be the same ones that get thrust through because they're going to be found with them. They're not going to want to separate. They're going to want to cleave on to their oppressors. Those is the house niggas.
Yeah, those are the ones that's trying to live their best life in this lifetime.
Those are the ones trying to live their best life in this lifetime. Or you making it bad for us. You making it harder for us. Why you gotta talk like that? Why you gotta say those things? You know, these black preachers who don't want to call a spade. These black pastors who want their congregations filled with Esau. Because Esau go get that tithe. You know, they want to look prestigious. I got a church full of Edomites.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a multicultural church. Hey, do Edomites feel that way about us going to their church?
Hell no.
Hell no. They don't care if we go to their church, if we join their church. I remember I heard one someplace Sunday was the most segregated day in America. Because you got the Edomite church and then you got the black church. Hey, keep it segregated. I don't know why y'all trying to fight so hard to come together. But it's like y'all don't understand that the Most High never intended for us to be all one. That was never the Most High's intention. In fact, let's get Deuteronomy. Give me Deuteronomy 32 and 8.
This is the book of Deuteronomy. Does it sound bad?
No, you're good.
Okay. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 8. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
The Most High divided the nations.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. All right, Con. All right, the Most High divided the nations. And so the Most High don't want us coming together like that. The Most High don't want us all in lockstep. The Most High separated us. And so when you see this, you know, they talk about the one world government, right? You see this push for everybody to come together. That goes against the Bible. Anytime they start saying, oh, let's come together, it goes against the Bible. The Most High didn't want us all together. In fact, he separated the people at the Tower of Babel. They was all in one language. They all spoke the same thing. He separated them. He was like, nah, I'm finna mix this up. I'm finna separate it. And don't think that he did it because they was building a tower to get up into the heaven. The Most High know good and well that them building a tower was not going to reach up to where he was at. That was the least of his concern. That is the least of his concern. If that's the case, how come he ain't done something with these fools trying to put together these spaceships and space rockets and flying up to space right now? It doesn't make sense. That's not why he divided the nations. Right, but that's a whole nother topic. But we're not meant to be with these other nations to begin with, man. And we got to start separating ourselves, and we got to start drawing a line. Now, again, we're in the land of our captivity, so you know there does have to be some interaction with them. But what are you going to do when it jump off? Right. In fact, give me Revelation 18 real quick. What time? Where we at? Give me Revelation 18 and 4.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
right? We got to come out of her, man. And this is talking about Mystery Babylon. So again, going back to, I mean, in fact, if you look at, I'm not going to go through the whole breakdown of Revelation 13. I really just wanted to hit that one verse. But Revelation 13, Salakia, Isaiah 13, Isaiah 14. I mean, really, and just knowing how to read and understand the book of Isaiah and how it's broken down. But Isaiah 13, Isaiah 14, right? Isaiah 15. But specifically just dealing with Isaiah 13 and Isaiah 14, that's talking about, again, it's looking prophetically what's going to happen. And this is how we know that it wasn't just talking about ancient Babylon, neither, but it's talking about Mystery Babylon as well. How do we know? Hey, go to give me Isaiah 14 and 1.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Right, and so this is right after Isaiah chapter 13. So yeah, Isaiah 13 was talking about Babylon of antiquity, you know, and we already know who came through and conquered the Babylonians, and also, you know, that the next captivity as well. But that's also prophetically speaking about the end times. And Salakia, because we did get started late, I did have some more precepts that I wanted to get into and be able to really kind of going through this thing. But I think for the most part, y'all get the gist, man, is that we got to separate from these other nations. We can't be dealing with them. We got to come out of her, like it said in the book of Revelation, come out of her that you be not partakers of her sins. That's come out of everything about her, come out of her ideologies, come out of her ways, right? Come out of her holidays, unlearn all the things that we've learned from these other nations, unlearn the things that we do. I've been saying a lot of things that's not well received by some of the brothers, but even the pastimes, the things that we, you know, find pleasure in, the things that we get amusement out of, you know, it's still their customs, right? We look at a lot of things that we have fun doing today, and I'm probably going to catch some flack for this, but I'm going to go ahead and say it, man, because I've been saying it to brothers anyway. What do we got in the chat? How many sports fans do we have in the chat? Hey, y'all like sports? Shemai, you like sports? I
grew
up playing them.
I only like to watch the All-Star game.
The All-Star game, all right, come. Shemai, what's your sport?
Football number one.
Football number one? All right, who's your team?
49ers.
Not the Niners.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. All right, Con. So I mean, I don't see no answers in the chat. I know y'all be out there loving them sports too. Y'all don't want to say nothing. Y'all don't want to put yourselves on blast. That's all right. I ain't gonna call you out. But you know, my favorite sport was boxing. You know, I was a boxer. I fought professionally. You know, I fought amateurly, did all that. But my whole thing is, where do we get that custom from? We got that custom from our oppressors. Now, and this is a question that I would ask brothers. Do y'all think that it's going to be boxing in the kingdom? It ain't gonna be no boxing in the kingdom. You ain't gonna see, you're not gonna see two Jakes fighting each other in the kingdom. You're not gonna see a Benjamite and a Judite fighting in the kingdom for money. You know, that is an Edomite custom. We got that from the Greeks. And so now, and I put this to brothers. I said, we tell people, envy not thy oppressor, and choose none of his ways. Do we now get to pick and choose what ways we are not going to choose and what ways is okay? Or are we going to choose none of his ways? So, because now my flesh, I like to watch fights. I like to see a good match. But is that something that my oppressor has passed down? Is that something that my oppressor probably had my brothers doing back in slavery? Fighting each other? You know, y'all, I know y'all seen the movie Django. Now, how much truth is in that? I don't know. I tried to do the research and see if that was something that they actually had going on. But I don't doubt it. I couldn't find a definitive answer that said, yes, these type of things were taking place. But I do not put it past these devils that they would have took two of the biggest, strongest niggas they could find and put them into a fight and see who would win for their amusement, for their entertainment. If they was using our babies as alligator bait, why would they not do that? So now we willingly give our money to watch two of our brothers climb through some ropes and see who can knock the other one out. Who's going to be the biggest nigga still standing? So what happened to envy not thy oppressor and choose none of his ways? Is that okay? I say la'ah. And I boxed for over 20 years of my life. And I repented of that. I had to go back. I had to, face the east. Hey, Most High, forgive me. You know, but I was doing it in ignorance. But now that I know better, I tell people. And now that I know better, I can't hold it and not say nothing. Now, at the end of the day, to each his own. Every brother's got to make up their own mind. You know, with fear, trembling, we got to work out our own salvation. But now, if I didn't say anything, then I wouldn't be executing Leviticus 19 and 17 if I didn't say nothing. And so, separation. What would, if we separated from these sports that the Edomites are the ones that are getting the billions of dollars for? Edomites are getting billions of dollars off of us. It's not us. Yeah, we get our people get a little bit of change, but then what do they do with it? Are they going back putting that money in the community? Are these repentant Israelites that's trying to better the nation?
That's the reason why they letting us do it.
Exactly.
Because if we was for our people, ain't no way they'll let us have all this money
at all. Come on, you speaking truth. So why do we still engage in it? We're supposed to be woke now. We in the truth. Why are we still going along with these things? Why are we still? What happened last year on the football field? The brother collapsed. Went into cardiac arrest on the field after getting hit in the chest. Could have been something tied behind that? Go ahead, boys.
Slovakia, I think that I mean, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought that it was said that he had gotten vaccinated or something like that.
Yeah, he did.
And there was a lot of people. I don't know who was sharing it, but it was something. I be on social media all the time, but there be these videos where they talking about during that one point in time when a lot of people was getting vaccinated, you had people that was falling out on TV all the time, from reporters to sports players to a podcaster or whatever. You know what I'm saying? People just falling out.
Yeah. And that's just the people that's, they got the public eye on them. You know what I'm saying? That ain't just regular everyday 9 to 5 people that was falling out, dying suddenly. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to talk about that.
And what just happened with LeBron's son?
Fell out.
Right. So now, I mean, and the thing is, yeah, we know, man, but at that jab, that's a whole nother thing, man. Taking that damn shot. And I was just talking to someone the other day, and was saying, like, we go see on the commercials, look, Most High say the same. He ain't sending your house shot back. 10, 15 years from now, they gonna be having those commercials talking about, if you took the Moderna vaccination, you can get in on this lawsuit, this class action lawsuit, man, because we just the ones who took that shot, man, it's just lab rats.
That's just like asbestos. They was saying, like, when it first came out, like early 1900s, how safe it was and all this and all that. Now they talking about it give you cancer and all that crap.
Right.
I don't never trust them, dude. Gotta trust the government, man.
Slovakia. That's just like the cigarette. You know what I'm saying? When you see the cigarette when it first came out, it was the new thing. They was promoting everybody to do it, and then once they started to have an account for a death toll, then it's like it's bad for you. Then the new thing that came about was these vape pens.
Mm-hmm.
And the vape pens was supposed to be good for you. But then what does vaping do? Supposed to be something like popcorn lungs. It puts water into your lungs or something crazy like that. So because they don't have a recording for it of a death toll, it's like it's fine until they start getting those readings. Then it's like, well, it's actually bad for you. You shouldn't do it.
What's crazy is they also used to say that it was okay for pregnant women to smoke cigarettes. So yeah, trusting this government, hey, y'all can be the fools to do that, but right? It's not happening. It's not going down. I'm not putting nothing in my body. Forget that, But with that, I know it's late, so we gonna shut it down. And again, Salakia for all the inconveniences, Salakia for starting late. But the water for everybody that stayed, that tuned in, the water. But with that, hey, brothers, got anything, man?
Daniel.
Let's get it.
The book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
Con. I just seen something. What did we show? All right, and with that, we are the Anointed House of Saints. Man, everybody enjoy the rest of your evening and tune in. Real quick. So we are going to be having a debate coming up. It's going to be either the 26th or the 27th. Once that date is actually finalized, we'll let y'all know. But tune in for that debate, man. Y'all seen the debate with Captain Yonatan with them cats from the Philippines. I'm going to be getting in with them talking about the Yahweh Shai, whether, you know, he's God. And so dealing with the Trinity. So that's going to be coming up on the 26th or the 27th. Again, once we get that date finalized, we'll let y'all know. But other than that, everybody, hey, shalom.
This is not a test.
Black skin, black sauce, black Jesus, black music, black skin, black sauce, black Jesus, black music, black skin.